Would you believe me if I told you that we can spend every day doing something we love? You can live every day with purpose and you can get paid for it. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, all this time, I realized we had been programmed to focus on things outside of ourselves, when the real evolution we are looking for is the alchemy of self, unlocking the best version of ourselves. Every effort in business, fitness, relationship, and fulfillment is an effort to evolve our best self. If we chip away at that statue daily, you will be able to create your dream life effortlessly. So in this video, we're going to talk about the magic of Ikigai and how you can unlock the secrets to happiness, purpose, and longevity while doing something you love. If you are unfamiliar with the concept of Ikigai, it is the idea that there is a place where what we love, what the world needs, what we can be paid for, and what you are good at is how your life shall unfold. It is the idea that there is a place where we can unlock happiness, purpose, and longevity. And we do this through allowing our passion, our mission, our vocation, and profession to guide us to a deeper realization that is our Ikigai. So if you want to live a life filled with things you love, getting paid for it, and leaving a lasting impact on your community and the people around you, let's get into it. What do Okinawa, Sardinia, Loma Linda, the Nicoya Peninsula, and Ikaria all have in common? These are 5 cities around the globe known to inhabit the happiest and longest living individuals. What magical supplements, lifestyles, and diets are these people engaging in that the other 99% of the world seem to lack? Well, I can tell you that there is no magic formula, but there sure as hell is a simple one. Ikigai encourages individuals to simplify their lives by pursuing what sparks joy for them, choosing what we want to keep and not what we want to get rid of. Meaning that it's not about adding more things to our life. It's not about taking away things from our life. It's about solely participating in the things that give us joy and fulfillment and simplifying our life in that manner. Clean and moderate eating, consistent exercise, community, purpose in your daily work, which is your Ikigai, and prioritizing what brings you joy are the keys to a happy and fulfilling life. Ikigai is the art of doing something and doing it with supreme joy and focus. It is the idea that when we do what we love, what we're good at, what we can be paid for, and what the world needs, we enter a state of effortless action. We enter a flow where everything aligns in the direction of what we get to benefit from in serving the world. Ikigai is a core component of a formula for life that emphasizes total presence and immersion in the moment. Finding the ever-present flow, becoming one with your purpose. Humans aren't meant to do nothing. Research shows that living with a purpose and working well beyond retiring from the workforce is one of the key contributors to longevity and a life full of joy. So I ask, what is between you and your Ikigai? Because deep in our hearts and souls, we know that there's a place where our passion, mission, vocation, and profession climax in a harmonious way of being. A world where everything we wanted and more can come to fruition in alignment with our greatest calling. A life filled with health, wealth, and fulfillment. This is not an imaginary concept. This is a real state of being, readily available to those with the courage to create it. Outside of lifestyle and daily disciplines to a healthy life, the greatest struggle for individuals is finding a profession and career path that not only pays the bills, but fosters a fulfilling and purposeful contribution to the world around us. In the last 4 years of my life, I've experienced a lot. And we're going to get into that on the next page. And we're going to use that as a vehicle to unlock a path to unlocking our Ikigai. But I have come to the conclusion that there is so much more to life than chasing the dollar. There is so much more to life than doing the bare minimum to pay the bills, that we need to start asking ourselves deeper questions We need to start making tougher decisions. How can we take this ancient Japanese concept of ikigai and translate it to our modern world? How can we find peace, purpose, and joy in an ever-evolving society? The journey to uncovering this truth starts with a glass half full outlook on life. The magic in creating this life for ourselves comes down to looking at how far we've come, not how far we have to go. How far we have to go is a comparison. It is looking at other people's stories, external events, and making a judgment on how our life needs to look as a result of that. But when we look at life as glass half full, we build self-respect and confidence by realizing how far we've come. Realizing that, hey, I do have more skills, I do have more experience, I do have more wisdom. And that allows us to find that internal state of confidence and respect to serve the world and bring something out of creation. How many times have you stopped and smelled the roses, looking at how far you've come and what you've accomplished? When looking to find what you are good at, what you love, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for, the answer usually lies in plain sight. So let's use me as an example. By the age of 22 years old, I'd launched a $500,000 clothing brand, which ended up putting me $80,000 in debt. The same year, I found myself battling addiction, depression, infidelity, and serious family issues. Now let me tell you, for 22, this is a living hell on earth. And I take full responsibility. There were some things I couldn't control, but there were a lot of things I could. And I sit before you at 25 with confidence to say I've overcome addiction, depression, those family issues, and 40 pounds of fat that shouldn't have been on my body. I've bounced back from $80,000 in debt, worked with some of the biggest creators on the internet, and I built a $1.3 million business. I've experienced spiritual awakening, and I am still asking the question, what is my ikigai? By no means do I have it all figured out. The truth is finding your ikigai is a matter of patience and trust. A realization that every up and down on your journey has contributed to your experience and wisdom, guiding you one step closer to unlocking your purpose. How about we use this as an exercise to uncover my ikigai? And hopefully you can find some similarities in your own life and use them to unlock yours. Because even though we're going to talk about me, I'm sure you'll realize that we are way more similar than we are different. So first things first, let's uncover what we love, what I love. All this time, I truly love human connection. When I ran my mental health clothing brand, I found a lot of joy in charity work. I found joy in the community I was able to create by bringing people on this journey with me. I remember multiple photo shoots where I just brought together a melting pot of people, and everyone made friends, made great memories. I also loved the charity. Because I ran a clothing brand, there were periods of time where I was going in debt, and I just took thousands of dollars of clothes I had and went to downtown in San Diego, and I donated it to people, to homeless. And I said, no strings attached. That may have been me trying to play with the universe, be like, hey, I can give too, help me get out of this place. But what I actually got from that was the human to human interaction, to realize that there's nothing life puts us through and no branch on this path of life that we walk that will separate us in ways we think they will. That no matter where someone walks, we are actually more similar than different. I love effortless flow, not because I don't have to work hard, but because I finally uncovered my zone of genius, a place of effortless action. And that's what the ikigai is about. That when we do what we love, what we're good at, what we get paid for, and what the world needs, it's effortless. You check every box. I love to talk and orally share wisdom and stories. I love to seek inspiration and ideate a path to a better tomorrow. In business, life, and our own path of self-actualization. Now that we know what I love, Let's talk about discovering what the world needs. And I started off with this quote that says, "True masters create more masters, not slaves." Or sales, if you're going to take my typo literally. The world needs a greater purpose, a return to spirituality and a higher calling. The world needs a voice above all the separation and division, above the lines we draw in religion, race, and culture. The world needs a path to return to the simple life, a cleanse from dopamine and a stimuli preying on our animalistic impulses. The world needs to rise into our higher spiritual states and become a master, not a slave. That's why I opened the quote with that. Because when you give something to the world, it has to be selfless. It has to be out of the realization that you know you are merely a vessel to serve people in this manner. That you have nothing to benefit. That as soon as you inflict your own self-will upon it, you start to dilute the solution. True masters create more masters, not slaves. Think about that. The world needs more people that will use their voice for good, to help people return to a higher calling, a more spiritual path, where we are above the physical plane and our animalistic impulses that govern us, right? The hate, the greed, the lust, the loss. We only transcend that through our heart and our soul and our mind. Now that we talked about what I love and what I think the world needs, let's talk about what we can be paid for. Thanks to a digital revolution, social media and technology has allowed for us to monetize whatever we want. With the power of a personal brand and audience, your knowledge, wisdom, and word are the vehicle for getting paid to help you give your purpose and passion to the world. I spent the last 2 years of my life mastering the nature of the creator economy, finding the overlap between media, service, knowledge, and monetization. I know it's shallow to only pursue media for fame. I know it's shallow to only pursue service for recognition. I know that it's shallow to only pursue knowledge if we don't share it. And I know that it's just sure as hell shallow to only pursue money. I personally want to be paid as a voice and a personal brand, a beacon of authenticity to my story and values that I want to share with the world. I would love to do speaking events, private worldwide masterminds, and more. Because I have wisdom. Yes, I'm 25, but I've experienced a lot. I've built businesses, I've had awakenings, I've been through traumatic events, and I think age is just a number, and I think that sometimes people are put here for a reason, and this is my reason. So let's reveal what I think I'm good at, because I think I am good at never giving up, staying true to the belief that if there is a will, there is a way. I'm good at speaking and voicing truth, moving beyond the black and white and finding a path through the noise. I'm good at being a leader and speaking to people in my sphere of work. I'm good at seeing realities others can't and building them on the intersection of innovation, media, and purpose. My ikigai is using my wisdom to unlock greatness in others. I used my pain and suffering to rise into my purpose. I have the insights and knowledge to help people turn the worst parts of life into fuel for something more. My wisdom transcends making money with internet business. It transcends the traditional logic of navigating spirituality, philosophy, and psychology. It transcends that promise of technological innovation and helps us return home. It is ever evolving, no beginning and no end. This is my ikigai so far, but let's check back in a year. Maybe we'll do a yearly ikigai video. Like, hey, am I still doing what I love, what I think the world needs? Am I getting paid for it? We'll check back because, like I said, it is ever evolving, no beginning and no end. The nature of life itself is change, so all we can do is embrace the ups and downs, embrace the waves. So circling back, I ask you this question. What is your ikigai? And if this video helped you uncover that a little more, I want you to drop a comment and tell me what your Ikigai is. If you're still lacking some clarity and direction, drop another comment and I'm sure we will help you figure that out. And if you like this video, drop a like, comment, share it with someone you care about, and I will see you in the next one.